Good morning from Bucharest. We have today with us Mr. Jakub Mazur, who is the president of METREX. METREX is the network of European metropolitan regions and areas in Europe. Together we are here in Bucharest today after two consecutive conferences when METREX launched its manifesto to unlock the metropolitan potential in Europe. So now the destination is Bucharest for this conference organized by METREX and the Bucharest Metropolitan Area Intercommunity Development Association. So, Mr. Mazur, the first question would be, why Bucharest for this conference?
Good morning, hello everyone. It's such a pleasure to be in your wonderful city. So the first reason is obvious because it's a wonderful city, it's capital of country. It's developing, strongly developing country, the same as Central Europe. I'm coming from Poland, so I know these issues. I've been through. And as we are thinking about our members, we are always very dedicated to what we are doing on metropolitan level. You know, several years ago, Bucharest joined us and Metropolitan area. Janina Papanatu, she's the vice president, and Janina Panatau is she's the good spirit of what is happening in METREX. So when we were talking and discussing next location, she said, "Okay, you need to support us in a way of bringing some new knowledge, but also I need you to discover what is happening in Romania, in Bucharest." And I must say, it was the best decision we made because we are not only experiencing the Central European approach, but also we can observe the real impact on political, but also pragmatical aspect and level. And it brings not only knowledge, not only experience, but also solutions that are priceless for all of our members. Because what we need to say here in Bucharest, but also in Brussels, that we are a group of professionals, of experts, not politicians, but more or less we are people who want to have impact, who want to be active. And with Manifesto, we brought some solutions, but also we come up with ideas that are addressing most of challenges that are in front of European Union.
Bucharest is indeed one very developing metropolis because, well, it has a GDP per capita higher than other Western capitals like Rome, like Madrid, like Berlin, but there is indeed a gap of development. So how do you address the gap of development within metropolitan areas from Central and Eastern Europe in comparison with Western Europe, and how does your manifesto approaches this?
Yes, that's maybe two different questions. One is about the differences in experience. Bucharest has an experience of last 35 years only, so it's a kind of fresh institution when we are talking on a metropolitan level, not only capital or city development. So we are looking at the advanced metropolitan associations, informal Amsterdam, but many of them formal, like Paris region, that is 1,030 municipalities gathered around. We have Italian municipalities that historically, sometimes they have like hundreds of years of experience. So, you know, it's something that it's really hard to compare because of the level or stage of development and advanced policies. But I see opportunity for those newcomers, new members, or maybe new politicians, new specialists, new experts, because we are leapfrogging some stages. We are learning from best practices coming from Western metropolitan regions, areas, experiences, policies, and we are trying to adapt them to those new metropolitan regions and being very successful. And the second part Manifesto is about how can we be more efficient. So, because we know that the metropolitan dimension, it's an answer for many challenges that are staying in front of our region, cities, countries, or whole European Union. So we are thinking, okay, we are discussing next foundings, the next perspective for 28-32, but this discussion cannot be without us. So we want to be active part, not only to consultate, but also to be someone or the body that is influential, that is shaping next perspective, and has some political impact on good solutions, because it is not about power, it is about solutions that are bringing top down, and the knowledge is coming bottom up. So as experts, as mayors, as professionals who are sometimes spending like 20, 30 years on doing the excellency of our job, we know what is needed for officials in Brussels, because they are making policies without asking the right persons. And metropolitan dimension, as we are talking about, green transition, for instance, with the last MEP or European Parliament, but now competitiveness. Competitiveness means that only European Union can use our metropolitan regions and dimensions, so the synergy of being urban and that's kind of rural. So let's say this dimension, urban, rural, brings some quality that is like a brand mark for European Union, with experience, with some added value that is lying in between those two dimensions. And what is really important for us as active persons on European stage is to be at the table, is to be recognizable, is to be heard, and to put all those good practices, all those good ideas coming from different countries, different regions, into policy, and then into financial instruments.
Because you mentioned some ideas that I want to take advantage of, and also the financial part, but also the dialogue between the experts, metropolitan areas, and of course European institutions. How do you see the collaboration between European metropolitan regions, including the experts on this field, and national administrations, together with European ones, to attract European funding to support this sustainable development?
That's an issue. Sometimes, especially from a municipality perspective, we are maybe not against, but we don't see the way the state government used to see these policies and solutions that are coming. And we know European Union, it is about state government. So everything that comes to us, to region, to metropolitan areas, it's coming through capitals of our countries. And it means that we are a little bit concerned about what is happening. So decision-making process, especially that is an ability to motivate and to engaging local communities. Local communities in metropolitan region means rural and urban, and something in between. And as a main player, we need to combine many municipalities. It means mayors, it means councillors, it means local NGOs, activists, universities, businesses, that is more even important, to play the active role in developing whole countries. That is transformed into development of whole European Union. So the process is coming from Brussels to Bucharest, and then to some regional solutions and instruments. We wish we had this voice heard on a direct style. So as we had discussion with previous European Commission, of course, we have Madam President that is remaining. So we wish we had very constructive meetings that is shaping dedicated financial instruments, not only for the mission cities, not only for some kind of one of 500 instruments that we have, but dedicated to solutions that bring resilience, competitiveness, green transition, so all those policies that are essential for European Union.
I would want to come back to your urge and appeal to see the urban areas and metropolitan areas as players within this new model of competitiveness in Europe, considering also that we have the Draghi report just a few weeks ago being released. What specific measures does METREX consider essential to strengthen the capacity of Europe's metropolitan authorities and regions in this context of bringing forward competitiveness and also moving at a faster pace towards development and innovation?
That's a very good question, because we are trying to standardize data. We know we are different in different countries, so there is no one solution. We cannot make copy-paste, and we need to adapt every time. So we are trying to measure not only economical factors and indicators of growth. That is easy. As you said, Bucharest has 170% of purchasing power comparing to other more developed. But it means that it's just a simple economical indicator that says nothing. So it is about our values that in Europe are essential. So about solidarity, about leave no one behind, about how is housing, mobility, green transition, energy transition developing. So what we are trying to put in terms of bringing competitiveness is foreign direct investments for regions. That is essential because it brings job position. But with this, it comes with housing and educational system and transportation. So it is mostly on our shoulders. So we need to find not only solution for creating economical development, but moreover even, it is about social development. It is about bringing community. So what I'm trying to say, our specialty.
Don't you see a linkage between them? I mean, we still have here in Europe to separate economic model from social model. Can we not make them merge because we need them to merge?
You got the point, and I always love to invite our colleagues from World Bank or European Investment Bank and financial institutions, because they are trying to translate us, mayors, politicians, directors of institutes, NGOs. Okay, you need to have this very pragmatical approach. It's not only about ideas. It's not only about the, our policies or strategies that we are putting in wonderful papers, with colorful pictures. It is about business plan that contains all of it. For me, it's more like ecosystem, how to create it together with universities. For instance, Bucharest is very successful because it's academic city. It's capital. It brings another companies, not only from Romania, because you have talent pool here. You have a lot of young people. It's affordable city still for many companies coming from global market. What we are missing is founding market. So there is no huge one found that comparing to Asia or United States or North America, that there is no such a huge capacity of capital working for us. Because we know, as European metropolitan regions and areas, that we are able to implement, take huge loans, invest them, and then have return on investment that benefits not only economical development, but mostly that is a trademark or maybe brand mark for European regions, society. Because we are bringing the quality of living, and it attracts investments. So with investment, we have job position. With job position, you have stability on economical way. You have your universities developing not only, let's say, producing students, they are developing science. They have patents, they have some unique knowledge and know-how that is exported, not only here in Europe, but also abroad. And it brings additional value because you have diversified society and community, including migrants. We know the issue for Europe, including solutions and expectations from this modern, very demanding community that is coming to us in order to bring higher quality of society, higher quality of living, and higher quality of solutions that can be bring. What is the final outcome? Self-sufficiency that is needed, essential in many dimensions, but also that kind of resilience. I know this word is not fashionable anymore.
Overrated, we could say.
Overrated, yeah, agree. The same with sustainability. We are trying to use those words in different meanings. But what is, for me, as from my experience, coming from Poland as well, for the last 20 years, especially after accession to European Union, the region is extremely attractive for economical development. And many of our metropolitan regions are ready to welcome, receive, adapt, and integrate in a very positive way newcomers. We know because of climate change, because of war that is happening, maybe because of result, fingers crossed, of elections in the United States, we will have more problematic situation. So only metropolitan regions with strong cities, that is worth to underline, are capable and ready to find solutions. What it means? Legal regulations and frameworks and funding. It seems to be easy, but unfortunately, it's not. We are hoping that with the new European Parliament and commissioners dedicated to all those areas, we will be present, we will have our strong voice, and with our updated manifesto, we can create some good solutions, really good solutions that brings competitiveness and really stable development for our regions and countries, cities, small homelands.
Mr. Jakub Mazur, President of METREX, thank you for this interview here at the Autumn Conference of METREX in Bucharest. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.